Today I'm going to smooth out all my clips. There's tons of problems in my shooting. One of the problems of being a run-and-gun filmmaker with ADHD, just wants to get some shots in the camera. Well, I left some crap in the background. There were some people standing around. We got to cut that all out. And the way to do it is by modifying the clips. So shoot it in the highest resolution you can. And then, so I shot in 4K, which my iPhone delivers. And I'm going to edit it in 1K. So I can zoom in 400% on any shot. Let's see how it goes here. Let's see. We still showing up? Need headphones. All right. So first things first, we want the establishing. This is supposed to be a restaurant, but in reality, it's a movie theater and a stage theater. So that little brick wall to the left, I want to minimize that. So let's just zoom it in a little bit. And then I don't want to show so much open space on the right. Whoops. What's the rule? You select the clip. That's better. Well, let's zoom in even more. Not bad. Now here, okay, look at around the corner. She just walked around the corner, right? Now to the left, well, that's certainly not restaurant. It blows the illusion. And then bang, there's a guy there. So, oh, can I turn that volume down on the desktop? We'll see what happens. Okay, so on this one I can certainly zoom in. So select the clip, zoom it in. And now we use the one below for position. So I'm working on the inspector, top right. Open it, select on video. If it's not showing up for you, it should now. So at the end, we want to be way over here. Oh, can't go that far. Got to zoom in more if we want to see that far. Let's go right to the very end of the clip. Okay, zoom in a little more. Maybe around 1500. I could drag it some more too. Maybe that's a reasonable amount. Now she's kind of disappeared off the bottom because my aim was a little high. So let's pull it up. Get that nice architecture. Okay, so beginning of the clip looks like so. Oh, look at that. We're too far. So I'm going to mark, okay, we want to end here. So these little diamonds are keyframes. So at that frame, I want the camera to be there. At this frame, I want it to be, I'm just going to mark the X position. Get those, those are stuffed animals in the way. There. See, that works pretty good. Okay, this one's really fine-tuning. So, see there, his face emerges and he's dead center on the line. Center sounds good, but really, you want to divide your frame into 3. And if you can help it, I like putting the eyes on the top 3rd line, the main subject. Okay, so whoop. About there, yes. And he's staying pretty good on that line. Now we see a gymnastics mat. See, we had a fight scene later in the show, and we had to throw somebody on a gym mat. See, I had all the equipment. See, I'm not so disorganized that I can't plan nothing. Zoom that out. Let's get his head in the frame earlier. How does that end? Not bad. Good. Problem on this frame. Problem on every bloody frame. Anyway, somebody's water bottle. Let's zoom in and see what I didn't clean up in the background here. Right. Oh, yeah, there's the water pitcher that the waitresses are going to use later. Water bottle, glasses. Yeah. Okay, let's reset all that. So let's zoom right in on his face. I can go 400%, and that's only 770%. So let's go right to the very edge, because it's ding, there. He's nicely on the top third, but see, we're on trim mode. I'm going to take one frame off of this. Just didn't flow right. I want his head to dip. Okay, there. Take a frame off, take that little tiny rise out the end of it. Another frame out. Fine tuning. One more frame, I think we'll have it. Now let's extend that music right to the next movement. Oops. Go to this mode. There. And now I'm going to have that music end just before she speaks, so I can take a little bit off the beginning. I'm going to zoom in on this audio track, see when she starts talking. Okay, that's where she begins talking. Move that as far as I can. Take more off. Okay, and move everything to the right now. I push Control A. So I can start with the music. Why not? Move everything to the right some more. The music where I want it. And then I can drag it all back. So I'm going to zoom in here. This is Alt scroll wheel. We want to see where she starts talking. And take a frame off of you, drag you right up to the there. Grab everything, move it all the way back to the beginning. There. I'll carry that on. Look at that. Drag you ahead. And I'm going to fade it out. Now that one was just nicely framed, right? Look at that. Whoops. She's at the third line. Take a little bit of audio off this one. Now which one has that sound? That one has that little bit. So here, scroll it up. Take off that fade. I'm just going to eliminate it. There. Okay, so this is a good place for a, we want an audio of transition. We want 3 decibels off. Wiggle her back, wiggle her back. Whoops. Take it away, Control Z. That's where we want it. -3 decibel crossfade. I wonder if I can adjust that to more crossfade. Not bad. I can work with it. Here we get a little echo off the top there. Did you see the issue here? So right here, we got Dan on the left. The other Dan. So Dan on the left and Dan on the right. So we'll zoom this one out. Right to the top. We'll just do an overall. Click to video. Zoom him out. See how it plays through. That's the worst. Right there. So I can zoom it up to there. Okay. I'm going to keyframe that one. So let's use the camera to duplicate her horror. So I'm going to zoom in more. We want her eyes. Top third. That 1/3 line. Drag it into frame. That's a little too much. So you want to go to your next keyframe, click forward, click backwards, moves between keyframes. So let's back you up to 1500. It's our magic number for the day. Good. So let's go back here, let's go back to it, and let's get Dan out of the picture. Double Dan, second Dan. Position X. Gotta go to here. I just want to take some frames off of this. Let's zoom out a little. See, I could drag this off and move it, right? Watch. Okay. At the end of the clip, I've dragged a gap. So I'm going to undo that. And undo that. Okay. So that's why we use trim. It moves everything. Oh, too far. 2 frames. Something's very funny. What happens here? Okay. Yeah, I want to pick her motion up a little faster. Yeah, that moves it. Just the speed of it carries it forward, eh? That velocity kind of matches that velocity. That's a good thing to aim for. So, I got the boom mic shadow right here. Let's get rid of that. Keyframe here. Zoom in a little. There. Okay, when he starts moving forward, I'm going to zoom in a little. So let's keyframe it again. I'm going to zoom it in to this point. This will be a next keyframe. So we'll zoom it in more. Put him at the magic height. It'd be nice if she was at the magic height at the magic time. See, nice subtle zoom. Can't zoom in there. Not much to do. Now that one zooms in all on its own. It was just me staggering around drunk with the camera. Well. Oh well, let's say that mirrors the instability of his stomach.
I'll just be a minute.
Okay. So there's a fine tune. There we go. We fixed up a whole bunch of my mistakes. That's the beauty of post-production. Didn't have to use any special effects. It runs pretty smooth, and we could touch it up a little more after. But I'm pretty happy with it. Next time, we're going to go on to animated titles. That's where the words move around, and we're not going to just pick something out of a list to put in there. We're going to design our own with the special effects page. It's going to be fun. It's going to be it's going to put the finishing touches on this thing. It's going to look fantastic. And then we can move on to Steve trying to find an appropriate stall to take his dump.